thanks again to be here. We seen 10 minutes ago, of course, but I would like to start to the beginning. How you started to do this job?
Oh, we have to go back in 1437.
Do you want us to?
Yeah. Thanks.
Well, actually, when Eduardo and I first met, we realized that when we discussed what things we liked as children, we were already making magazines and newspapers and cutting and making pretend shops and signage and typography as children. So I think it probably started then.
Yes. But we started working together in 2001 on a second Harry Potter film. I moved from Brazil to London, and Mira was the only contact I had for people that work in the film industry in London. And I wrote it to her, and she wrote back to me and said, "Oh, come in to see me. I'm starting Harry Potter, the second Harry Potter in September." So I went to Leavesden Studios, and it was quite crazy the first day I was there, because I was seeing like people walking with brooms and robes and pointed hats, and I went to the graphics department that was basically just Mira and plus one assistant, and we kind of, Mira had like a connection, and Mira offered me to do a couple of weeks as a work experience, like a trainee, and I never left. I made this. I put a spell on everyone on the production, and I was there, for the rest of the film.
Would you like translation?
Yeah. Sì, va bene. Va bene, sì,
Okay.
sì.
Sorry if I spoke too much. I will
Se
be
non,
more.
se non è troppo.
No, just one question. At the beginning was just her and one assistant in London, right? In the graphic.
In the first film, there was just Mira and one.
This
Yeah.
one, okay.
No assistants.
Yes.
Until he...
Dunque, quando ci siamo incontrati per la prima volta, abbiamo discusso di cosa ci piaceva quando eravamo bambini, e quindi avevamo tutti e due questo interesse per creare piccole cose, lavorare sulla tipografia, e abbiamo iniziato a lavorare insieme nel 2001 per il secondo film di Harry Potter. Io mi sono trasferito dal Brasile a Londra. Lei era il mio unico contatto lì a Londra, ed è stato bellissimo per me arrivare su questo set, un'esperienza incredibile, vedere tutte le persone con i capelli a punta che andavano a giro sulle scope. All'inizio il graphic design era solamente lei e un assistente, quindi Mira mi ha chiesto inizialmente di rimanere un paio di settimane come un esperimento per vedere come andava, e io poi non me ne sono più andato, perché è come se fosse stato lanciato un incantesimo su di me e su tutti coloro che lavoravano lì.
You start with the second movie. You were already there, but both of you are probably the base of the imagination we have now about Harry Potter, because J.K. Rowling was the mother of the Harry Potter, but you are the visual parents of Harry Potter. Now we see Harry Potter movies and we have this kind of magic, and that's your job. So how do you find the nature of this world, from creatures to buildings to every details you have depicted on the movies and then on the books we have seen?
First of all, let's be clear that we were only responsible for it was a lot, but for the graphic part of the scenografia. So the actual architecture and the creatures, they had their own parents. Yes, so we were the parents of, if you like, the surface, the all the details in this world, and of course all the objects that help tell the story and help the characters become authentic, because they need to have their props. Yes. What was the question? that I did a. That was.
I think you answered.
Oh, okay.
Scusa, controllo solo che stia... Sì, ok, perfetto. C'è sempre l'ansia, the anxiety that...
La domanda sua non importa che si traduca o se no dico anche.
No, vai pure.
Vai tranquillo.
Dunque, lei ci tiene a specificare che loro si occupano fondamentalmente dell'aspetto grafico dei film, quindi l'architettura, le creature, i mostri non gli competono. Quindi ciò che loro si sono occupati di creare è la superficie, soprattutto gli oggetti scenografici, i cosiddetti props, quindi tutti i minimi dettagli, ma anche appunto le cose specifiche che hanno dato, che so, la lettera appunto che riceve Harry Potter, questi dettagli insomma che sono comunque importanti anche nella memoria.
Have you ever thought of telling your story? So an original one, an original story made by Minalima.
Very good question.
Very good question. Very, yeah.
Very relevant question.
The right place to ask that question.
I'm proud.
Yeah. You can own that question, and we will try and own the answer, which is that yes, we are exactly at that junction in the road where we've done so much work for other authors, dead and alive, that we come to a point where we need to really start making our own mark in storytelling from as an IP. So a complete ideation, and that means words and visuals, not just illustrating other people's works. And how we do it, we maybe this time next year we'll be at Lucca Comics, and hope we need to hurry up. But yes, we're very much at that point in our creative career.
I have the goosebumps. Really?
Such pressure.
Allora, innanzitutto è una ottima domanda, infatti ti ha detto ti puoi vantare di averla fatta. È esattamente quello che abbiamo deciso di fare, perché finora ci siamo occupati così tanto di lavorare per persone che ci sono e che non ci sono più tra di noi, che abbiamo iniziato a sentire l'esigenza di lasciare il nostro segno, in quanto racconta storie, e quindi di creare qualcosa dove sia le parole che la parte grafica sia completamente nostra. Probabilmente verso questo periodo dell'anno prossimo, quindi magari il prossimo Lucca Comics, saremo pronti con qualcosa da portare.
No, we said to Emmanuel that church is ours now. Every year we're going to be in that church. That's it.
Why not?
Quella chiesa sarà loro tutti gli anni ormai.
Lucca is the city of 99 churches.
Churches, yeah.
Yeah, we're happy with that one.
That one's okay. We don't need to go to another one.
Rent forever.
Yes.
Squatters.
You come from two different cultures, two different world of imagination. So how have you found this sort of synthesis between so different culture? Because we have a word that separates your country, and people have different ideas, different culture, different emotions in how they are involved in the narrative or legends or folks. So how have you found your way of interacting from two different points, becoming one language? Because you have given birth to a language for us.
Very good question. and I think that is what made Minalima. I think what I learned from Mira and what she learned from me, because of the culture and because from where we come from. I remember, Mira, the day I met you, I also met Stephanie Macmillan, this amazing set decorator, and she said, Stephanie Macmillan, and she was the set decorator on all Harry Potter films. And one thing that she said to me straight away, said, when I was showing my portfolio, my work, and she said, "Oh, it's so refreshing. You are not scared of color." and everything is so busy. You don't leave any like white anywhere. And she said, I think we need that. I think we need a bit of that. And I learned from Mira, because no, Mira, you had a different style, but now that style, no, my style and your style become Minalima style. And with all the other amazing people we have working with us, is even more rich.
But there is something that everybody shares at Minalima, and we started because it was just the two of us. And I think central to everything is imagination, yes. And that isn't necessarily specific to a country. Yes, to a culture, and there's always space to fill your imagination with anything. And what we hope to do is inspire other people to use theirs. So I think that's probably at the core of the Minalima studio thinking.
Sorry, I love that because era solo una cosa così, just talking.
Dunque, diciamo che tra di noi c'è un reciproco scambio, perché io imparo da lei e lei impara da me. E ha detto che lui ha incontrato la decoratrice del set si chiama Stephanie Macmillan, e lui gli ha mostrato il suo portfolio. E lei è rimasta impressionata, ha detto, è fantastico, tu ami i colori, mi piacciono tutte queste immagini ricche di casinate, mi viene da dire, però, di oggetti complesse. E abbiamo proprio bisogno di questo tipo di lavoro nel nostro film. Adesso il nostro stile è diventato molto più ricco, molto più si è arricchito col tempo, ma il punto centrale, quindi ciò che ci accomuna nel nostro lavoro, è l'immaginazione. Quindi l'immaginazione non è specifica di una cultura. C'è tantissimo spazio per lavorare nell'immaginazione, e ci auguriamo di poter ispirare anche gli altri in questo senso.
It's amazing because if you, for example, think about Harry Potter, you think about British culture, a very British product, but if you see Minalima, you don't see a British style or Brazilian style. You see just Minalima, and that's it. It's amazing.
Thank you.
I take that as a massive compliment. Thank you.
We're going to write that.
You don't see any culture, just Minalima. That's it.
The problem when you meet people like you is that we have so many questions that at the moment where I start asking something, because I'm a little bit older than him, but I have a little nephew that is growing up with what you are showing her. That's something that she is very little and she has some problem, but we are working with her. And she's growing up to what we are doing, and this magic is coming to her. And maybe you don't understand how much helpful you are for some people. So that's a big thanks I have to give you, even from her.
Thank you. That means a lot. That means a lot. Ci teniamo molto questo sentimento. Because you want to inspire people, but you want to make them smile and laugh, but also you want to open their minds to things that maybe other situations doesn't offer. So yeah, that's really nice to hear. Yeah, we have another similar story. A friend of ours has two teenage boys, 12 and 13, and both of them are autistic, and they love reading, but they will never, ever read with their mother. It's a very private experience. And she told me that the Harry Potter books are the first time they allowed her to participate in the experience because of the manualità, so the using your hand. Yeah. So we like to mix hand, head, and heart.
And that was a breakthrough in the family, she said.
Yeah.
That was
because sometimes
Quello si è anche un po' commossa, secondo me.
Un pochino...
Sì, sì.
It's very important for me being here.
No, dico si è commossa, secondo me, per quello che hai detto. Ha detto che per lei è molto molto importante quello che le dici, perché loro amano tantissimo poter ispirare l'amore, il cuore, la mente e altre belle sensazioni. Noi abbiamo una storia molto simile a quella che ci racconti, perché abbiamo un amico, Mika, che ha 2 figli autistici. Loro non amano leggere insieme alla madre, preferiscono avere un'esperienza più privata, e i libri di Harry Potter sono stati la prima cosa, il primo libro che hanno concesso alla madre di leggere insieme a loro, probabilmente perché c'è questa manualità delle illustrazioni, insomma, che si aprono, eccetera, e la vogliono lì, che sia con loro, ed è proprio quello a cui loro tengono, è unire le mani, le menti e i cuori.
Ok, I'm without word. Quanto tempo abbiamo? Ok, I don't know. That's the big question. Because I with you 10 minutes ago, so
Yes, he had a lot of answers already.
yeah, exactly. So except for your stories, your own stories, what's your next projects?
We've been on the road for 2 weeks. I've completely forgotten about the studio.
No, there are 2 big projects that we work, but she will not allow me to say anything. One is coming out next year, the other one's coming out in the following year.
No comment.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Obliviate.
But as Mira said, I think that the focus now is on our original story. This is where we're gonna, when we're back.
It's a lot of work.
I think it's gonna be just in January that we're gonna have to really push to accelerate and their own, because we keep saying to everyone, we've been to Germany and France, and now here next week we're gonna be in New York, and that's the question that everyone is asking us. So we are teasing, but now we need to stop, close the door, and write and work.
No pressure, no one is waiting.
Dunque, per quanto riguarda i nostri prossimi progetti, ora diciamo non ci stiamo proprio pensando, perché è 2 settimane che siamo on the road, e comunque in realtà non ne possiamo parlare. Diciamo che uno uscirà tra un anno e il successivo l'anno dopo. Lei ha detto Obliviate, che è un incantesimo, no? Quindi adesso quello che conta per noi è concentrarsi sulla nostra storia. Dovremo next January, a partire da gennaio dovremo veramente ingranare con il lavoro, perché finora siamo stati appunto in tour, ma settimana prossima saremo a New York, però adesso dopo tutto questo dobbiamo darci dentro con i nostri progetti.
And after New York, we're going to Japan, Tokyo Comic Con as well. Yes.
Comic Cat?
Comic Con, Tokyo Comic Con, yeah.
Because the Comic Cat is the first biggest con in the world.
Yes.
Lucca is the second.
Oh, cool.
Oh, amazing.
Brilliant.
Think about the film. Non c'entra più niente. No worries. Maybe when you complete your own project, someone else making the film, and someone else making the props, maybe. It's a certain.
We're control freaks. This is the problem.
Yes.
So we'll be like, no, I want to be involved in
Can
everything.
I do by my own?
Yeah.
You won't allow it.
Even now, we even have a musician in the family. Mira's son is a fantastic musician, so he will do the music. Mauricio is our art director, but he's also a costume designer, so he will do the costume. So we tick everyone. So Minalima will be in charge of.
Yeah, she's a costume designer.
Mauricio.
Oh, right.
You're all in the family. Yeah, you're all in the family.
Yeah. So.
It's like a circus. Minalima circus traveling around.
No, we can't wait. We can't wait to be able to share our crazy ideas.
It's a good thing you just said because Lucca this year is together, and coming to what we have just said, this shared reading as the ones of your friend, and you are working together, and you are even teaching how working together can create a wonderful world. So I think that's probably what you are teaching. Maybe not teaching. It's sharing an experience, a way to not only to work, but even to live. Share something with someone else and create something new. That's probably the best lesson you are giving us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Non importa che traduco, ti interessa quello che...
Ma no, non ti preoccupare.
Era più
Era una
giusto
cagata.
per Grazie.
No, non la tua, la mia. No, scusa.
No.
Ok, that's it.
Brilliant.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your body syncopates. You're driving me crazy.